recipe is going to be chicken karaage, which is basically Japanese fried chicken, and anybody who has ever had these guys before knows exactly how addictive it is. I ended up using my favorite chicken substitute and marinating it in things like garlic and ginger, which is the base flavor of the chicken. And the secret to having really light but crispy fried chicken is actually a mixture of potato starch and all-purpose flour. The potato starch is going to kind of provide that nice like light crispiness, while the all-purpose flour is going to have that like nice crunch that you guys are really used to. I absolutely devoured this recipe, so I can't wait to show you guys. So let's head over to the kitchen and then let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off with my favorite brand of faux chicken strips, and I am using this brand just because it holds up very well during cooking. So I'm just gonna take out the strips and then cut them into about 1-inch chunks, or just basically bite-sized pieces. Afterwards, they end up looking something like this, and then I'm gonna get to the marinade. So it's gonna be a tablespoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of minced ginger, and then I have a tablespoon of soy sauce. I have a teaspoon of just some granulated sugar, a little bit of sake, let's say a tablespoon of sake, and then also a teaspoon of sesame oil going. And that's just a really nice marinade. Mix it around, and I actually find that these chicken strips absorb flavor fairly well. So I'm gonna say about 15 to 30 minutes just for the marinade. So you can just stick that back into the refrigerator, but it's actually a pretty quick process. So just mix that around and just make sure that all of the chicken strips are coated. Meanwhile, you want to prepare that flour dip. So this is some potato starch that I started off with. So a 1/4 cup of potato starch and then a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And the all-purpose flour is going to make that kind of nice hard crust, while the potato flour is going to provide kind of that lighter crispiness. And when you mix that together, it creates, this really wonderful combination. So I put in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper right in there just to season that flour mixture a little bit. And then this is a lot easier. You don't need to dip and then bring it into the oil. You just pour everything from the chicken, marinated included, into that flour mixture and just mix it around that way. And once everything is coated like this, because there is a little bit of water released, it ends up picking up a lot of that flour so that you get a nice crust. So I have some oil here, about 320 degrees or so. You just want to put a couple pieces in so that the oil doesn't get too cold. And this is going to be a double fry. So this chicken is going to be super crispy. So the first fry, you just kind of want it to be a light golden brown. And because this is not actually chicken, you don't have to worry about whether the inside is cooked or not. But you do want to kind of put this in there for, I'd say about a minute 30, until you get it to a nice golden brown color. And then just put it onto a sheet of paper first. I like to kind of have that excess oil absorbed first. So these guys cool a little bit. You want to bring the oil back up to temperature, this time slightly higher, about 365. If you don't have a thermometer, it's okay. Just kind of raise the heat up ever so slightly, and then just put the chicken right back in. And at first, they're not going to bubble too much, but then afterwards, it starts bubbling up a little bit more. And this is kind of that process where it's going to ensure that that skin is nice and crispy. Even if you leave it out for a little bit, it's not going to get soggy. So this process, you're only really looking to do it for about, I'd say like 45 seconds to a minute. Once it becomes that nice like golden brown color, you're really ready to take it out, and you can definitely see that the skin is a lot more crunchy, and you're gonna get an excellent and amazing product. So all of this goes back onto a paper towel just to drain and to cool ever so slightly, but you can see how much of that crust this chicken has picked up, and it's just super nice and crunchy, but still super tender on the inside. And then usually for chicken karaage, I don't think that there's much of kind of a sauce to it. I just decorated it with a couple pieces of parsley, and then traditionally it's really just a lemon wedge, because that's kind of all you need, a little bit of acid, and then that picks up everything, because you still have the flavors from like the garlic and the ginger, which makes this ever so slightly spicy, but amazing and super savory and super addictive. Anyways guys, there you go, this quick and easy recipe for chicken karaage. I hope you guys like making it, and I know that you'll definitely enjoy eating it. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!